Hey, my little sugar wiggles, what's up, my beautiful butterflies? Y'all come on in the building. I know I've been MIA, baby. I've been chilling, living life, having a good time, trying to get away from the troubles of the world, and I damn sure didn't want to come out here on YouTube. I was with folks who don't watch YouTube and don't want to be on YouTube, so that's why I've been gone. But I'm back. I'm here tonight. Where y'all at? What y'all doing? Gone to bed? It don't matter. Somebody come in and chat with me. I ain't sleeping. I've been dozing off all evening long. Wake it up, catch it live, go in there, and I'll be like, man, I fell back to sleep again. So tonight I said, well, let me come out here and chat with them for a little while. See who's coming in tonight. Who's up? Who want to talk? Let's chat about it. What y'all want to chat about? It's lots of stuff going on out here on the YouTube streets, baby. The few lives I have caught, it ain't been nothing nice. I said, ooh, I'm glad I'm gone. I catch enough of it to know what they talking about, and I hit it. It's better out here in the real world. What I'm doing is much, much better. Chilling like a villain out here, running around with friends I ain't seen in a minute. Girlfriend moving from one side of town to another. You up, Sting? Come on in. We'll chat then, Sting. Baby, Sting. They didn't think our ugly shoes was ugly enough. I thought them was some ugly ass shoes myself that I had on over there. I did not. I don't know if y'all saw in the safe zone or if y'all watch her, but she comes into my chat all the time. She supports me. I support her. And she had an ugly shoe contest on over there today. I wasn't supposed to even be in it, but then, it was like a lot of people weren't coming in. That they had other things that came up or something else to do. So I just decided, okay, well, I got some ugly shoes in there, so I went in there in the closet, got the shoes on. The people in the chat talking about my shoes was cute. I said, well, that just lets you know people have different tastes and they judge things differently, and that's okay. I didn't come nowhere in the contest. It was first, second, third, fourth. But I tell you, the first place winner, in my opinion, should have won. You thought yours was ugly too, thing, baby. I bought them shoes and I brought them home and I sit them there. I liked them when I first saw them, but when I got them home and I put them on, I said, "Girl, you must have been on something bad when you are mad at somebody when you bought these shoes." I hadn't put them shoes on. I had them shoes forever, over a decade. And I went in there in the closet. They been in the shoebox. For some reason, I couldn't give them away. I couldn't throw them away. I just kept the shoes because they was weird to me and they were different. And I said, well, it might become an occasion at some point in my life where I might need these shoes because they weren't of a kind to me. But they thought they was cute. At home in my bed, that's why you can't see me. Y'all done got so used to seeing me. If I don't come on, y'all be thinking, where are you? I'm at home in my bed, sugar. Mm-hmm. Hey, Carolyn, how you doing? But anyway, that was a shoe thing. And so I caught that live and jumped up there, and they had actual judges. It was actually a fun live. And it was a breath of fresh air from the norm that you hearing out here every day. That within itself, I just couldn't do. I wasn't able to do that. I'm good. Just didn't turn the light on because I was in my bed because it's so late. But I can. It's not a problem. There you go. Here I am. That's what y'all want to say. Man, I'll be wanting to come out here showing my face. I took off everything, put a moisturizer on my face, got my jammies on, and laying up in my bed. Okay? And with all the pillows on one side, and I got my side. Okay? Makes it easy for me to get up and make up the bed in the morning. Got my hair done yesterday. And you know how it is that first day. So I've been like patting it. Mm-hmm. Yep, I told her pull it all up in one ponytail because that part that was hanging down in the back, I couldn't do that part no more. It doesn't last but 3 weeks. So it started coming loose from the braids. It doesn't matter. I tell her all the time, You ain't got to tighten it to my scalp because it's gonna grow out so fast it ain't gonna make no difference. Miss Carolyn say natural beauty is always good. Well, what it is what it is. She called me, Daddy's back up in the building tonight. Where you been, sugar? You been being good? You at work? What you doing? Huh? Y'all didn't even miss me. Y'all didn't even realize I was gone. I was like, man, I started not to come on and stay gone a whole week. I was like, well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I was laying up here and I was looking for somebody to watch, and I was like, man, there ain't nobody on. What's the deal? So I said, okay, I'm coming out here. So I did. But what's been going on in the news? Oh, and Miss Carolyn, I did. I made a mistake on that last live, and you corrected me. I said I was going to watch the Republican convention. I didn't mean the Republican convention. I meant the Republican Democratic debate is what my mind was thinking about. But did it come across like that? Too much on my mind. And it's been real hard to come out here because school has just started. The kids are coming back. I'm trying to learn them. New administrative system, tow the house up, putting the house back together, going through the car stuff, going through the Wi-Fi stuff. So I didn't even ask y'all. I'm in the bedroom. I don't know if it's coming in good or not. So somebody let me know if it's buffering, because I'm on one phone. I don't have two phones on, so I'm assuming that it's coming in good. So let me know, because I just don't think I'm going to ever get this Wi-Fi straight again now. Yo says, yes, I'm doing good. Bless it. How you been doing? I've been good. Um, the sea is really bad here in H-Town. And I'm around children every day. And they was sneezing and snotting on that bus last week. And baby, I was masked up all week long. And I said, I've been blessed not to have the C. It's a different strand out here now. So there's a different vaccine out here now. And I scheduled my appointment to go and take the vaccine next Friday, because I'll be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I've never had any problems with it thus far, because I always take it, come home, take some type of, not aspirin, I don't do aspirin, Tylenol or something like that. And I go to sleep. And when I wake up the next day, it's like I put the heat pad on my shoulder, and I'll be good. So hopefully this one will be the same. September 10th, Kamala is going to tear the chump up. Yes, I saw that. I'm waiting. That's what I was talking about, Miss Carolyn. And I don't know. My mind was just all over the place and doing so much until Friday. Y'all know I didn't work but half a day Friday because I thought it was Saturday. I got up at the regular time, went to the bathroom, came back, looked at the clock. It was like 4:30, and I'm thinking, it's Saturday, I'm going back to sleep. When I realized it wasn't Saturday, it was 10:30 when I called the school and told them the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I thought the day was Saturday. When I got there to clock in to let them know that I was there for the evening run, it was the manager there, assistant manager, head of transportation. They were all standing up in a little group. I just walked up there and said, I'm here. And I said, y'all didn't even think that I was, y'all must have thought that I was here today, because nobody bothered to call. Little lady got smart with me and told me, it ain't my job for me to call you. I said to myself, you know what? I've been working over 40 some years. I done worked in many places. Ain't nobody never told me nothing that crazy. You'd have called if I hadn't showed up. If you didn't have nobody to sub for me, because that bus can't run without me. We're a team. The driver got to have me, and I got to have her. So I checked her. I did, real classy like I do. I said, it wasn't a matter of you calling me for me to come in. That's pointless to even tell me that. It's a matter of you care enough about the people that's working here to find out if they're okay. You do have an emergency number on there also. It's not my pattern of doing this. So when something is out of the norm to me, it could be somebody coming into my chat. I don't see them. I'm going to ask about them. If I don't see them in a little while, now maybe they have their own reasons for coming and going. They might have something going on in their life. I don't know. But when they don't come in here on a constant basis, and they used to coming in on a constant basis, it's just courteous of me to ask about them if they've been supporting me this long, and then all of a sudden I don't see them. I don't know. People are just weird these days. They just weird and they just different and they careless. Hey, Miss Audrey, how you doing? What's going on? Everyone says Miss Audrey. Everybody's speaking to you. Let's see. Yeah. So anyway, that was Friday. And so Friday evening when I got off for work, I went to the beauty supply, got my hair, and I always mix up my own colors and stuff. So that's what I did. I mixed up my colors and went down there last night, and it was Sharita's husband's birthday. So we ran over to Walmart, got him a cake, a little small cake, so the kids could wish him happy birthday on his birthday. But his all white party is next weekend. I'm not going to be going to the all white party. So he loves wings from Wingstop. So I went over to Wingstop, got the wings. So while she was doing my hair, he could eat his wings. And that was the birthday present from me. Okay. And we ate some cake. And by that time, it didn't take her no time to do the hair. She was finished in about an hour and a half from start to finish because I had it shampooed already because I had taken the braids out on Thursday night thinking that Friday was Saturday and I was going to get my hair done that day. I was like, oh my God, Jesus. I don't know what's happening over here. What's up, Carla? Hey, my little sugar wook, how you doing? That's been my life. And then just it's amazing how old friends have just popped back into my life that I haven't heard from in a while. Some of them I haven't heard from since I moved back here from Catonsville. And all of a sudden, they just been picking up the phone and dialing from everywhere. I talked to one of my girlfriends out in California today, and she was telling me, she said, you on my mind. So at this point, I'm kind of like that too. When somebody cross my mind and we talk from time to time, whether it be 6 months apart or a year apart or whatever, if they cross my mind these days when people checking out of here and things happening so fast, I just pick up the phone and call them. Leave a message anyway. They can call back when they want to. But at least I was thinking about them and I was checking on them. And that's good to check on people these days. Because, like I said, things are happening so fast in the world. And the world seems to be moving so fast that it's just not enough time in the day if you got a life outside of YouTube. And I felt like I was so consumed with being out here on YouTube and things were just piling up. And I had to start just knocking them down one at a time. So I was like, I can't be out here on YouTube and I can't be doing this too. I got to do one or the other. So it came down to priorities. And I chose it over YouTube. And I'm always choosing over YouTube. Because this is what's real. What's up, Miss Joy? Good to see you also. I thought today was Friday. Baby, my week was so long, Carolyn, until it confused me because they didn't start the children on Monday. They started the children on Wednesday. They only brought the big kids in on Wednesday, like the high school and the junior high. They didn't start the elementary, pre-K, and kindergarten until Thursday, and then came Friday, and then you start back again on Monday. And the week was so long trying to learn the kids and put them in the right seat, and still don't have no book on them of what is wrong, what's really going on with them. So you got to sit there and try to figure out. You put them in one seat one day. Say, for instance, I put you with Miss Joy one day, but the next day, y'all can't get along. And constantly adding kids, taking kids away. I'm like, man, I can't with YouTube and this too. Now, one of them got to go. So I just chose to just back away from YouTube and get this together. Now I got it together in my head. I know all the kids by name. Pretty much have figured out their personalities and what's going on with them, even without the book. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. And then been invited to different things, out to lunch with friends and stuff like that. And most of the friends that I have in real life are not YouTubers. They do not watch it. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. So it was like between the Wi-Fi and them not wanting to come on or be on the live or in the live, it was hard. Now they'll watch me from the bushes, but they ain't coming into the chat. Mm-mm. Nope. Don't feel bad. My sister had to correct me. That's one of the pleasures of retirement. Hello, Miss Audrey, Yo-Yo, Sting, Carla, and she called me. Okay, well, that's good. I only do it because I went into a content creators chat and was talking about Medicare won't give up. They even call you on a Saturday. And she said, no, Ms. V, it's Friday. I said, oh my God. And that's when I picked up the phone and called the school. hmm But that job is like, okay, if they had told me to go home, I just, bye, it was nice working with y'all and kept running. That's how it is with that. It's not a job. It's more like somewhere to go, extra money to make. I enjoy working with the kids, even though they can do some weird stuff too. I told you about the little boy that spit in my face and uh, kicked me and pinched me the first day. Last year, one of them bit me through the coat. So you don't know what you're working with until you actually get in there, and they can change on you for what's in that book. You just got to figure it out. Yeah, but now he's back there in a seat by himself, the one that spit on me, and he's cool by himself right now. But like he could come Monday and that whole story could change. That I understand they had him in a straitjacket 2 years ago. They had to zip him up in a jacket, hands inside, everything because of the pinching and the biting. Now he's into spitting. But baby, I don't know. Y'all don't have to block the trolls. Y'all relax. They ain't gonna bother me. Don't block them. Don't delete them. Just enjoy the chat. Enjoy just sitting here chatting. We haven't chatted in a while. If they want to come in and say whatever they want to say, if they don't know, it don't matter. They need something to do on a Saturday night, so they want to come over and chat too. I done learned how to skip right over. Audrey T ain't going cray cray. He is already Looney Tune. Audrey T ain't going cray cray. Who is T? He is already Looney Tune. I don't know. I don't know who that is. But y'all agreeing with each other. I'm lost. Um, hey TNT, how you doing, sugar? How you doing? I love you, sweetheart. Love you more. I'm so glad to know that you have a channel. I caught a part of your live the other day, and TNT is a content creator, y'all. You have to go over and check her out also. You know, she's been very supportive since she's been over here. She's speaking to everybody. Please speak back. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Miss V. I miss you. I miss y'all too, but I had to use my gut instinct. My mind wasn't prepared for what could be said and done out here on YouTube because people will come after you out here when you ain't even thinking about them, ain't watching them, ain't looking at them. They looking at you and they doing commentary on you and they lying. And my mind was not there with them to handle them. I have to be in the right frame of mind to come out here on YouTube, not knowing who said what, when, or where, because most of them I'm not even watching. And I get calls like today I got a call. Did you know that somebody has your profile picture over there on this lady's channel? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll be so lost because I tried so hard to stay so far from this sector at this time because it's becoming monotonous. It's becoming boring to me. Oh, that's what you call it. Okay, okay. I get it. Everybody speaking to you, TNT. Well, Crystal, I miss y'all too. Back to you. But I lost interest in it. I have to be honest. Um, when things are not fun to me anymore, when things are just, I have no interest in them, I just kind of silently move away from it. And I knew it was going to hurt me in the algorithms. I was already being hurt. The Wi Fi had messed up a lot of videos and stuff. And I had to really kind of get myself back into groove of coming back on YouTube. A lot of lies had been told, a lot of things had been said, a lot of fake ass people in my life that should have been gone a long time ago, but over here still faking it with me. You don't have to do that. You don't have to fake it with me. I mean, I'm good with you. I'm good without you. Seriously, on a serious note. And I've always been that way. I'm not about to change. Uh-uh. Sorry for your pain, TNT. Hope you feel better. Yes, I must have missed it. I don't know what happened. There you saying I am in a lot of pain. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Sting, because I missed that comment. Yes, I am really careful and I don't go to everyone's chat. While I'm working, I normally don't fall off into too many chats because I don't want to know what they're talking about. I'm not interested. And I'm tired when I come in the evening. The evenings are long. From 1 to 6 o'clock is a long time to be with special needs kids. And by the time I get home, I got to get something to eat because I haven't eaten since the morning, or if I'm going to eat, prepare something to come out here and talk to y'all about other than people. And it's just been really kind of hard getting back into it after being gone since May. Cause all summer long, it was, I had all day long to think about what I was gonna talk about, prepare it, research it, or whatever I had to do. If you're a reaction channel, it is easy for you to come out here and just talk about whatever that person talked about and put your spin on it. When you're not a reaction channel, it is more difficult to come out here with a topic that people are gonna come in and talk about. So that's where I am. Um, True, same with me, and I don't trust anyone, and I have an issue with trust. It's not that I have trust issues. What I have a problem with out here, TNT on YouTube, is fake people. Don't smile in my face and pretend that you like me. It doesn't matter to me. I can take you or leave you. I don't know you personally. I can't consider you a friend because you haven't been in my life long enough to be a friend. But there's a lot of users out here on YouTube too. You can be very kind to people, and that's who I am by nature. But they'll turn around and stab you, and you ain't did nothing but been kind to them. I don't know if it's the times we living in. I keep saying that, but I don't know if it's just the weirdness of people these days and the unpleasantness and unhappiness that they have in their life, that they see you still bubbling, you still happy, and they don't want you to be happy. That's what I think. It's just the way it is. I don't know. But I don't want, and I'm not going to let an app change me to be as to who I'm not, if that makes any sense to you. I can only be me. And you'll either like it or you won't like it. And that's it. Uh, I have a new friend, turkey pepperoni, and I dip it in ranch dressing and banana chips. Pepperoni is kind of greasy, isn't it, Miss Audrey? I can see the turkey. Mm. And banana chips. Mm. That's different. I'm trying to imagine all those different tastes on my taste buds. The pepperoni and the turkey and you and the ranch and the banana chips. Mm. I'm not gonna knock it. I've learned not to knock things until I try them. Okay, your walking is going well, Sting. Okay, that's good because you had lost a lot of weight anyway when you first started walking. Because I remember I had that suit and you wanted that suit, and then you said, Miss V, that's okay because it's not going to fit because you had lost all that weight. TNT, I have aggressive arthritis medication, hasn't helped. July of this year, Ms. V allowed me to introduce healthy lifestyle. I gave up all junk, which my pain level has decreased and I'm improving. Very, very good. Because a lot of what we eat does have a lot to do with your health. Yeah, I can honestly say that at my age. I've always eaten pretty good. My biggest problem with eating is I'll do good, but then I'll get on this sweet tooth thing. And that's what'll mess me up. As long as I leave that alone, I am good. But I notice when I'm not fooling with those sweets, my pain and my arthritis in my knees doesn't bother me. But let me start eating cake and pie and all this other stuff and candy and all this other stuff. That pain will come from somewhere. So it has to be the sugar in my diet that I can't tolerate. Okay. TNT, I'm trying to find where I am. TNT says, true, same with me, and I don't trust anyone, and I have an issue with, okay, and we discussed that because I don't really have an issue with anybody of trusting them. For as long as they're not up in here with me, they don't have access to my bank account, they don't have access to my home or my car. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because you can't control what people say. You cannot. Nope. I've watched people go from nice to nasty. I've watched people go from nasty to nice out here on this tube. This thing will change you because of the people who are subscribed to you. If you have those kind of people in your chat that want you to sit up and talk about people all the time, then that's who you're going to tend to fluctuate to because you're trying to please them to keep the views coming because the views bring the money. Watching the ads, they know exactly what they're doing, but it's not that crucial to me. Mm-mm. No, it never has been and it never will be. It wouldn't matter if I hit 100,000 K. It's not going to change me. Because it's not forever money. And I got sense enough to know that. You be better off go getting you a job with some benefits now. So when you hit Social Security, hopefully it'll be there where you've paid in, where you can get you a check coming in every month for the rest of your life. You will have a retirement check for the rest of your life because YouTube not going to give you any of that. It's not giving you no benefits. It's not going to give you Social Security. It's not going to give you a retirement. It is like I've told you before, drug money or any other bad money. It's quick money. It just as fast as it comes in, it goes out. And if you don't know how to take it and do something with it, it's not going to be around long. Mm-mm. TNT said, yes, my neighbor is like that. She does not like to see me happy, but she loves all of the attention on her. Anything I tell her something good happened to me, and she has said to me she will say anyway. But guess what, TNT? Since you know that, you can avoid that. Don't ever tell her anything good that's happening to you. And then she won't turn it around on you. You got to learn how to read people and understand who they are at whatever point it is in life. So that I know now who my fans are. I don't want to even call them haters because they too old to be haters. They really are. I'm going to call them fanned out fans. So since I know who my fanned out fans are now and what they like to pick at me about, if I choose to want to bring it out here and show them just like they tried to make a big deal over a friend of mine who it didn't even go no further than friendship. I told that man, we're not compatible. We're not equally yoked. You got to move on. You're not bringing anything to my life that's anything worthwhile that I want to be bothered with. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't have no feelings whatsoever because I wasn't into him like that. The our fans was into him like that. So he's a free man. He always has been. So maybe they can use him in their business since they were so infatuated with him because I'm not. Mm-mm. Hey Elaine, how you doing? Yes, ma'am. Lost a lot of weight, and that's good, Sting. In our older age, that weight ain't good for. It ain't good for you at no age, but it damn sure ain't good for you at an old age. It's too much weight to be carrying around on old muscles and old bones. It is. And then it causes a lot of digestive problems because you already know things that you used to eat, like me with tomato sauces and tomato pastes and tomatoes. That's too much acid. I can't digest that no more. So I leave it alone. So if I eat spaghetti, it's got to be made with a white sauce, Alfredo sauce, not no red sauce. I can't do it. As indigestion, I don't want to be up burping all night long. So I just learned to leave things alone when they don't agree with me no more. I had the opportunity to eat them all my life, and if I didn't get enough of it, oh well. Look at Keisha up in the chat tonight. Hey Keisha, man, I ain't seen y'all in so long. I'm buying a whole new wardrobe. I have clothes in my closet with the tags. That's too big. Ugh. Yeah, I've been down that road before. And then I've been down that road here just recently when I cleaned out the closet that the clothes still fit, but I had looked at them so long and they had been in the closet so long, I felt like I had worn them and I just got rid of them. And I like to do the battered women's shelter because that's women that leave home with the clothes on their back. Normally, they don't have time to pack. When they decide they're going to make the run for the border, they just do that. So it's all right. God bless me to be able to buy some more. And if he don't, I got enough in there to last for the rest of my life anyway. I'm not in that same mindset I was when I was out there in the real working world. I bought clothes every weekend. I was up in Dillard's every weekend looking for what's new this week. Sometimes when they had switched the clothes out, I'm telling them, this same clothes that was in here last week and week before last. This stuff should be on sale. Excuse me. I knew the clothes just that well. Yeah. I'm trying. Veggie straws is something to crunch on, not my favorite. I've tried them before and they all right. It's not like eating chips, but it's better than eating chips. It really is. But I'm not too much of a snacker. I like to eat food and get full, and then once I'm satisfied, stop eating and not overeat. So, yeah, that's who I am. Audrey saying that's excellent, Sting. Okay, Keisha saying, Sting, I have tags on clothes too small. Wow. So y'all going in opposite directions. Or are you? Yeah, because yours are too small, so that means you've gained weight, Keisha. And Sting's got tags on them. But I'm just not gonna ever buy clothes like I bought clothes before. There's no need. I'm not going to the same places I used to go. I mean, I had a whole wardrobe of evening clothes and clothes to go to different affairs and stuff. I don't do that no more, so I don't have to even buy those kind of clothes anymore. I don't have to buy a lot of church clothes up there in the choir. You're going to either wear black and white, all white, black, or choir robe. So I don't have to do that. Well, I have broken my arm. What you say? And I have been through 2 surgeries, and I have surgery on my rotator cuff, and I have been hit count cuz. Wow. I remember you coming in the chat and you was mentioning something about your arm. But this is more in depth till now. This time around, I realize some people are just unsatisfied regardless. That's true. And when their life is miserable, hurt people hurt people. That's a fact. Okay? If I come out here and I don't know how to control my emotions and I snap and go off on somebody else that ain't did nothing to me, I don't understand why people can't see that. Why would you sit up and listen to somebody snapping at somebody when you know they ain't did nothing to them? Is that entertainment to you? That's what I'm talking about. That's what's weird to me. People are somewhat weird these days. Way I'm finna listen to nobody snapping on somebody. Even if I went into the chat and I'm listening to them, I'd be like, man, I don't want to hear that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not true. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. I just don't. It's the end of times. People don't know how to be happy for someone else's blessing because they are miserable. But how do you feel like that's going to make you happy because you're miserable? You want to make somebody else miserable. Crystal, that just don't register with me. It just doesn't. I can be happy for anybody because 9 times out of 10, my taste is so different from everybody else's taste, even my own siblings. Until if they like it, I love it. It might be something I would never purchase in a lifetime. So why would I be upset or miserable behind something? Okay, for instance, back in the 90s, I bought a 99 Lexus that came out in 98. The oldest brother questioned me about the car. How much did that little old car cost you? Well, that little old car back then, Lexus, when they first came out, they were sky high. It was $98,000. And this was a two-door, 400, black with beige leather in it. And I listen to people what they say and how they say it. So I'm thinking, you're saying this little old car when the tags are still on it, the paper tags. That's the first thing that hit me. And then when I hit him with, it was 98,000. You paid that much for that car? And I'm thinking, see, first of all, you should have went up there like I did. And you should have went to the lot and found out the car you wanted. If you wanted one, you're not saying it's nice to me. You're not telling me you like it. You really bashing it and being nosy. But that's who he is. I can't help it. He's my brother. Okay? But that's his personality. I would have never done him like that. Then finally he was driving Lincoln Town cars back then. So when I got mine, he had, I think, 3 town cars. And I had been driving other cars. And then all of a sudden, he calls me up and he wants to come down here and he wants to buy one. Well, what does that tell me? You liked it from the beginning, but you couldn't compliment your sister on it. That's what it told me. Did I hold it against him? No. Took him to the dealership and what was he driving? He was driving a town car. He sold a town car. That's what he did. He and his son flew down here and then they drove the car back. But it's just, I don't know. It's always been weird to me how some people think and how they express themselves and how they can talk to you any kind of way and tell you anything. Excuse me. And it's supposed to be okay. But if you do them like that, they got a problem with you. Well, don't do it then. Because I might not be in the same mood where I just listen to what you say and read what you're saying and let you make it. I'm good. Then all of a sudden it started buffering. So how is it coming in? Let me move to the bottom. Hopefully it's still coming in good because it did good. I hope. Nobody said it was buffering or anything. So is the live still coming in good? Put a 1 for me, somebody. It's good. Okay, thank you, Miss Audrey. It's none of my business, but I hope Judge Mathis and wife can have saved their 39-year marriage. That's something that's deep there. After 39 years, that's almost a lifetime for a lot of people. It's deep, whatever it is. For 39 years, for you to want to leave after that long, it's deep, Miss Audrey. Now, what it is, I don't know. I don't have a clue, and it ain't none of my business. But I don't like to see nobody break up if they don't have to. In some instances, you have to. If you with somebody that is not treating you right, they don't know how to be a man to a woman and relate to her and communicate to her, staying out all night drunk or beating on you, ain't no way you're gonna be able to stay with them and be happy. You might just stay there just to stay there. Maybe you staying there because you can't afford to leave, or maybe you staying there for the children's sake, or maybe you staying there because you want to keep the same lifestyle. You want your house that bad you would put up with that. Not me. Mm-mm. But to each his own. I am just a sweet woman, and anything I will help someone if they need help, and I will give my last dollar to someone who might need it. I used to be like that. I'm not like that anymore, TNT. Mm-mm. Now that I'm single and by myself, and I'm on a fixed income, uh-uh. I don't see it like that. I made it to 70 years old just giving, giving, giving. Now, I feel like the position I'm in now, and I'm taking care of me and ain't asking you for nothing, but you know what I've done for you. So if you don't bother doing anything for me, am I mad? No. Mm-mm. I just don't do it. I had a person to call me just today. Can you borrow $25 from me? Can you do what? And this happens all of the time. Today I just told her no. Because if I need $25, I can't call you. Straight. You're doing things that you cannot afford, and you just need to get yourself in check. I don't call if I don't have it. I got to figure it out. I got to go in my whereas in the past I would just say, yeah, I got it and cash out. I don't do that no more. It becomes a habit. Every time I turn around, you want to borrow, borrow, borrow. But you got a job and you got a husband with a job too. I really don't have no sympathy for those who have men in the house with them. Sorry. Nope. Yo is speaking to everybody. Hey, Reba. Keisha say, now when I find something I like and comfortable, I buy every color. I still don't do that, Keisha. I only want one of a kind. I haven't gotten to the every color. I got friends who do that. They'll buy every last color that's up there. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I'm not there. Let's see. Then she will say, look at that homeless guy. And I will always tell her to stop talking about the people who live on the streets, because one day it might be her. And she has said that will never be me. You don't never say never. Don't ever say never, because you don't know what's going to happen in life. You only know where you are right now in this moment. Things could change just like that in the next moment. So I would never say never. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not when it comes to something like that. Mm-mm. First of all, like I said, you need to stop talking. Y'all are not even compatible enough in conversation to be holding a conversation with each other. You really not. You seeing things one way, she see it another. You already know she gonna come with something just opposite what you saying, or she's gonna say something that you're not gonna like. So why do you keep communicating with her like that? Y'all will be better off to talk about the sun shining. It's gonna rain today. What y'all gonna eat today? But stay away from conversations that is gonna include people, and that's just facts there. I know how to get out from around folks like that. I buy my summer clothes in the winter and my winter clothes in the summer. I used to. I don't even catch sales like that anymore. I'm not. I just haven't been buying a whole lot of clothes. Mm-mm. I gotta be going somewhere to wear them. When I was buying clothes like that, I had somewhere to go all the time. I don't have places to go like that anymore. So, it's just a different life for me now. And I've learned to accept it, and I'm good with it. It's amazing how we see ourselves change, or should. I say we see the changes in ourselves. We should, Keisha. Miss V, those fish tacos look so tasty that you had those, and they were. Miss Diane and I went there the first time. She's the one who took me there. So we went there last Friday evening, and then I doubled back either Monday or Tuesday and had them again. So I'm glad it's just right down from the school. And like I said, it's a cheap eat. Where you gonna go get a fish taco? And well, I had two fish tacos, two coleslaws, and then she gave me the egg rolls. And that was like, I don't know, must have been 10 something. 10 or $11. I don't know, but it was cheap eats. Crystal is saying, hi, welcome to the TNT Family Show. Thank you, Crystal. Now let me go back down to the bottom because I didn't know if it was buffered or not. Miss Audrey came in and told me it wasn't. So let me go back down here and find where I was. Stig says she the same way. She buying every color. And I guess it really doesn't matter because you're not going to the same places with the same people. And probably past that point where you care. As long as you're comfortable in it. You change your life. I tell y'all that all the time. Every decade you ought to make a change for the better. And if you don't, it's probably a problem. Oh my God, yes, Miss V. Never say never. You can't ever say never anymore because you're at that place in life now where things are so iffy. Nothing is real stable anymore. If you're still out there on a job right now, you see how businesses are closing down, and you don't know it. You're not on the board of trustees at these places, so that's iffy. And it kind of reminds me of when I lived in the 80s, when I was a younger woman and I was out there on the job and the plants were shutting down. They were laying off people or they were going out on strikes. It didn't bother me then because I had a husband who was working. So chances of both of us not being working was going to be slim pickings there. And we only had one child. It was my child. He didn't. His son wasn't here. His son was in Oklahoma with the mother. So it wasn't bad. We weren't over our head in debt. Either one of us could have took care of the bills until the other one found a job. And I'm glad that I've lived through all of this to where now it doesn't bother me at all. Mm-mm. I'm not trying to um, go out and buy anything of that's real expensive or there's nothing out there that I really want or need. And I'm basically buying needs at this point in my life. It's just not necessary. But I remember the times I get off of work and it was payday, baby, payday. I was going shopping. I was bringing home everything. Everything I wanted for that day or that week or that month. I wished I could have same. They look. Wait a minute. I wished I could have some. Some of the fish tacos. Yes, they were good, and that's the only. It's like a little mom and pop thing, so it's not like a chain at all. But it's been there for quite a while. But I just never stopped in there. We gave a lot of family functions. Can't wear the same thing twice. Okay. See, I don't have family around like that anymore. I used to, but most of them have gone on, passed on, or if they are old, they have gone to live with their children now. And it's just a different stage in life for me now. Mm-hmm. So I've accepted it and I'm all good with it. I am just stopping in to say hello. I am just getting ready to go to bed, and I will be getting up early for church and have a blessed night. Thank you. I appreciate that. TNT. Everybody's telling you good night. Look at Jersey Girl. Jersey Girl, were you over there in the chat today at In the Safe Zone to see the ugly shoe contest? Ms. V stepped up there with her shoes on, child, and they told me the shoes was cute, and I thought the shoes was ugly. I thought Sting's shoes was cute too. She was up there. I didn't think your shoes was ugly at all. I would have worn those. I would have. Exactly. I adjusted my living according to what we were paid. That's what you got to do. If you want to live comfortable in life, you can have it, but you can really not enjoy it. It's just a show. And you lay down at night and you wondering how you going to pay for it. Or, Lord, if something comes up, say you need a brand new set of tires, and that's $1,000 or $1,200 for some tires. And you're going to have to do one or two things. You're going to have to either pay for them cash or you're going to have to go charge them. You go charge them, there's another bill. So, you have to get structure in your life. Audrey says, I have a friend in poly situation now. She's pregnant. What you say? And he violated probation in jail. What? You got a friend in a poly situation now. She's pregnant and he violated probation in jail. She's so stressed, I told her, seek God because she's in a tangled environment. You ain't never lied. First of all, she messed up when she got into the poly situation and then became pregnant. That's two strikes. And then he done violated probation in jail. That's three strikes. Lord help me, Jesus. Yeah, she need to get on her knees. Ain't too many people she can talk to or call on but him. See, it put you in situations sometimes when ain't nobody else to talk to but him. That's it and that's all. All these other people can give you all the suggestions in the world, but you probably gave her the best advice. Go to him. She might find him right about now in her situation. Yes, your shoes was beautiful. You thought so, Jersey Girl? I thought them shoes was the ugliest shoes I had ever bought. And what was I thinking about when I bought them? I don't know. But I'm glad y'all liked them. Michelle P. asked me for the shoes. She said, Miss V, if you don't want those shoes, you can send them to me. And then I told her, I said, they are a 7. And she said, can't do it. They too small. I said, okay, because she could have had them for all I care. They just sit up there in the closet in the shoebox taking up space. We have an amazing lives on this side, and you are a big part of it all. We love you, beautiful. Oh, thank you, Jersey Girl. I appreciate it. I just try to get along with people. I never came out here to be into it, going back and forth with anybody. I'm sorry, they thought maybe that's what they could entice me to do. I don't want to do that. I want to come out here and have fun and talk to my chat about anything and everything they want to talk about and get on with my business and get on with my life. I'm not no back and forth kind of person. I don't know how many times I have to tell people that. And I'm going to support whoever I choose to support. And if it doesn't work out, I'm the first one to back out and move on. But what I see is people can't separate. They have separation anxiety and they let it get the best of them because really they didn't really like you from the beginning because of things they're saying now. But you didn't have to be fake and phony either. That's lying to yourself and to me. It's gone on. I ain't gonna cry over it. I promise. Once I pass 60, I pay cash for everything, and that's not a bad thing to do. Lady V, you are a classy lady. Thank you, Jersey Girl. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you see it that way because you could see it just opposite. You could see it as uh, slutty slut or anything. I don't carry myself like that in real life, and I'm not gonna come out here on YouTube and carry myself like that. That's another reason why that little man was never gonna be able to talk to me because I couldn't take him around friends. I couldn't take him around. I mean, he is who he is. I'm not gonna try to change you because you are you. If you didn't come this way, you're not for me. You inserting yourself into my life and you trying to be too much a part of my life, but I don't want you and I don't want to hurt your feelings and I don't want you to keep on coming around and calling because that's not gonna work out for you, and we're gonna end up being enemies. And I don't want to be an enemy to nobody. Uh-uh. No. But I thank you, Jersey girl. Crystal says God will do it for her. I'm a single mom and I was deep in sin when I was pregnant. God has been helping me and providing for me, and He will. And we all have sinned and come short of the glory of. And ain't no sin no worse than the other. Sin is sin. You know, you got to repent for it. You have to ask God for forgiveness. And you got to struggle with it. It's a struggle for a lot of sins that we do, to not talk about people, to not hurt people who haven't hurt you. Those are all sins. God said love. He didn't tell you to hate. It's easy to hate, but it's underlying feelings when you hate. It's something within you that's making you hate because you don't have to. You could control that emotion. I could hate everybody who's ever come out here and said anything about me. What is that going to do for me? That don't give me no kind of pleasure when I could just walk away and don't even think about them. We have to learn to control our emotions, people. She's already robbing Peter to pay Paul monthly. I stopped loaning money, and you did the right thing now. I told you what I just did. No. Shocked her because she doesn't exactly tell the truth either. She called and she said, did you call me? I looked back on my phone. I did not call her. Instead of just calling and asking what you wanted, it's always some kind of game or some kind of trick or something to it. And, you know, I've read her personality now and I'm like, you know, you need to go find somebody to play with. I can read people too well. Just because I don't tell you, I read you and I know where you're coming from doesn't mean I don't know. I do know. I just choose to keep it to myself. And then when you come out at that moment, I just let you know, hey, you been like this. You ain't just got like this. I told her just get quiet and ask God which way to go. I'm not loaning any more bank clothes. You got to, Miss Audrey. I found that even with her, you know, you started this from the very beginning. I kind of felt sorry for you because I saw that was a somewhat of a struggle. But the more I was around you, the more I see you don't have your priorities straight when it comes to spending money. If you know you need money for food and gas next week and you have the money right now, why would you go and spend it on someone else or something else you want instead of taking care of your priorities? You got to go to work, so you got to put gas in your car. You got to have food to eat. Either you're going to buy it out or you're going to take it. The most logical thing to do would be to go in there and fix you some food so you can have food to take to eat now and take to work later. But then you want to be picky and broke? It's over my head. I don't get it. Lady V, continue to walk in your destiny. I don't too much have a choice right now, Jersey girl, at this age. I can't let nobody take me off my beaten path. Mm-mm. Not when it's working. Not when I'm not bothering nobody. And not when I'm not hurting nobody. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Long as I'm good with myself and I know that I haven't said or done nothing to hurt you, we good. Now you can fall out with me all you want to. That's your business. I'm not gonna be malice and get upset with you because I don't know you like that. That might have been your personality all the time, and that's what I've learned out here on YouTube. I didn't learn that in real life. I've learned a lot about people's characters and personalities being out here on this app. They will say and they will do anything for them coins. And that's all it is, chump change. That's it. Khadijah, where have you been, Khadijah? Baby, it's been months. Welcome back. Hey, sugar. Sing is saying amen. Jersey girl is saying amen. Um, Crystal is thanking you, Miss Audrey. God so loved the world, he gave, I repeat, gave his only begotten son. And that doesn't seem to even phase people anymore. That he could give up his only begotten son. Now you try doing that to save the world. Ain't nobody finna do that down here. Uh-uh. No. You got to have some type of heavenly, spiritual connection to be able to do something like that. Yeah. And I appreciate the prayer hands. Is speaking to you. No, Audrey is saying amen to you, Jersey girl. I get my Social Security on the second Wednesday of the month. So I have to put my rent aside for the next month. It is not to be touched. Exactly. Because, okay, touch it if you want to, and then think you're going to go out there. People might and they might not. It's the might not that's going to get you. You cannot do that and depend on somebody else. Because what if they have something to come up? It's just like me with the car situation and the insurance. I didn't know how much I was going to have to pay out of pocket. I didn't know if the insurance was going to cover it. All I know is this is all gonna come out of my pocket. That's all I knew. And all I knew is I had to depend on me and what I have. That's it. I can't worry about nobody else. And I ain't asking nobody else. Sometimes we have to learn how to tell people no because their budgeting skills need work. I learned I can't help myself if I'm giving can afford. And you are exactly right, Crystal. You cannot you can afford. You can't buy more for you than you can afford. I've told y'all before, a millionaire can become broke if he spend one penny over a million. He is broke. And it don't take long to spend $1 million these days. With the cost of living, if you're living in any type of home that's 500,000 or more, then your cost to live that year is going to be $1 million. By the time you pay for insurance and all the bills connected with that house and all the other bills that you might have, and along with expenses of car, I don't even care if your car is paid for. Gas is a car note these days. If you have to travel any distance, we live in Houston. To get from one side of town to another side of town can be a half a tank. You stopping and going in traffic. Come on now. Maybe, hopefully, we'll get back to those days where we have a lot of extra money, where you can just spend like you want to spend again. It's going to take a while, people. I don't care who gets in office. I mean, Kamala, I feel like, will help the situation because she understands middle class living. But it is overnight. She's going to have to be in there a while before she gets bills passed and everything else. I've never seen a president go into office and get done what he wants to get done in 4 years. Most of them who have done a lot in office to help the people, it has taken them 8. It takes almost 2 years to get adjusted to being into office, dealing with not just U.S. problems, but foreign affairs, staying out of wars, bringing the costs down. And most of the time, if you've noticed, if you look back on history, the price of things stabilized at some point, but they never went back to where they were. If you take the gas crunch we in right now with gasoline, if it was $1.89 or $1.99, whatever, when we went into this recession that we're in, they can call it a recession or not call it a recession. When things have gone up 3 times the cost since the pandemic, You call it whatever you want to call it. It's a struggle. It's hard times for people, okay? It's never going to come back down to that dollar and something. It might be $2.30 in regards to what it is now, 2.89 or 2.99. But it ain't going back to no dollar and something. Mm-mm. They realize they can get it now. You're still buying it. So why would they take it back down to where it was? That's not good business sense. If I'm in a business, I'm in business to make money. So maybe I'm not making the whole dollar, but if I can make half of that dollar, I'm still making money. You got to look at things realistically the way they are, especially with a business mind when you're dealing with the way the world is right now. I pay my rent and bills 3 weeks before they are due. I've learned how to save, enjoy, and be happy daily. And that's what it's all about. Your happiness. My happiness and your happiness might not be the same thing. We might not be, what makes you happy, in other words, might not make me happy. But as long as it's making you happy, and as long as what I have is making me happy, we both happy, then we ain't got no problems. We won't have no problems with each other or nothing. It's when you get into trying to live like somebody else, be like somebody else, have what somebody else have, but you don't have the same income, you don't have the same education, you don't have the same of anything to be there, and you ain't figured out how you gonna get there. Why would you turn on somebody and be jealous of them? And don't say you're not jealous, because you are. When you start picking and pouring in their life and in their business and telling people what they have and what they don't have when you don't know, you're jealous. You're hating. Accept it. That's who you are. Khadijah, I miss you, Auntie. I can't tell. I ain't seen you, Khadijah. What's the cash app? $. Sting, can you put it in there for me? Oh, Sting put it in there. She already did. That's it exactly. V, 2 E's, 2 T's, and an A Brown. Thank you, Khadijah. I appreciate you. Jersey Girl is saying amen. You got to believe. Exactly. Have faith the size of a mustard seed. Everything I'm preaching over here, y'all always telling me I'm preaching. It's the same, and you can go to the book and you can find it. Faith the size of a mustard seed. A mustard seed. Go look it up. It is tiny, tiny. That's not asking you for much. It's when you don't have it, when you start saying and doing stupid stuff. It only makes sense to you and people who believe like you. And y'all all in the same boat together, drowning. I don't want to be in no boat with nobody drowning. I can't help them. They can't help me. We just sit there and drown together. Bye-bye with that. It's a lot of people rolling the dice. Well, let them roll it, Khadijah. I don't choose to roll no dice because I don't know what it's going to land on. Mm-mm. Never been a gambler. Jersey Girl is saying that's right. You got me laughing with that. One gas is a car note. Yes, it is. Gas these days. Baby, what I'm putting in my tank to go back and forth in a week's time is what you add up to be 1 month is what I used to pay car note back in the day. It is. Mm-hmm. My car note was half of what my car notes are now. Back then. Yep. Cars weren't as expensive as they are now. I don't care what kind of car you buy. You go up there and buy you a Sentra. And compare that Sentra today to a Sentra 15, 20 years ago. It ain't the same. It was 10 then, it's 20 now. Or if it's 20 now, then it's 30 now. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Nothing's happening overnight. Not a damn thing. Not in your life, not in my life, not in government. Nothing happens overnight. If it happens that you find out about it tomorrow, Trust me, it's been in the plan a long time. You just didn't know about it. That's it and that's all. Sting on the job. She says she is not going to let y'all come in here and run this chat. Appreciate you, Sting. Even though I told y'all to take off, it don't even matter to me. No, we can thank the stimulus checks. I was telling everyone we didn't really want to do that. Plus, when they learn they can get away with highway robbery. Yep, I was really kind of surprised they did those stimulus checks. I really did. It helped a lot with some people. Some people, it made it worse because they just splurged that money and they don't have nothing to show for it whatsoever. I'm still trying to understand why they burn money yearly at the Mint. That doesn't make a bit of sense. And I had a friend who worked at the Mint out near Fort Worth. He made the dollar bills. And he gave me, they come like not cut when they first make them. So I had like I guess a picture size, maybe 11 by 14 of dollar bills, maybe three across and five down. I don't remember now. It's been so long ago. But I thought about it and I said, this makes no sense whatsoever. And what do they do with the money that you take in? Say that it's been washed and serial numbers are barely on there or whatever. They can just detect enough to take that dollar and exchange that dollar. I don't know. It's like we waste a lot here in the U.S. I watched them build this new building down at the school, the transportation center down there. And people wanted the awning just the top. They didn't want the steel poles or anything. But they told them no. And they took everything and they demolitioned the whole thing down. Why couldn't you give it to them? They were coming to pick it up. They didn't ask you to bring it to them. And everything is a liability. Well, you might get cut on it. Okay, well, just make up a contract and say that you are at your own risk by moving and not responsible. We take no responsibility. If they get cut, they get cut. God, things are so simple to me that be so complicated. No, you just don't want to take the time to do that. And you really don't care if that person has it or not. So this person has to stand there and watch the bulldozers take it down. Wow. Why we can't help folks out with it? Why we can't take some of these abandoned row homes up there on the East Coast and the government's put a little money into there and put some of these homeless people in there and put them on some kind of program where they have to get out in such and such time and get some work. You already got all these drug facilities all over the place, all downtown and everywhere else. But they need somebody to mentor them and help them day and night. There are no programs like that for them to go in. Take it to the street then. Take the program to the street. And let them meet up there every morning. Y'all have coffee and y'all talk about it. And let them get on the sidewalk, get picked up to go to somebody's jobs. We see other races doing it here. The Hispanics go to Lowe's every day. They go to Home Depot. They sit out there and wait on somebody to come pick them up. What's wrong with us? Why we can't do that? I need to study that more for understanding. I don't get it, Miss Audrey. Yet if you come up with the answer, we'll talk about it. Oh, he got on your nerves, Sting? Okay, well, I can't tell you what to do as a moderator. I never will. But, I just wanted y'all to relax and chat tonight. We ain't have nothing else to do. There wasn't nobody else I saw on, so I was like, okay, we're going to come on and chat about whatever y'all want to talk about. The Word of God, the Bible, is your instructions for life, whatever it is. Exactly. And it's probably the greatest book. It is the greatest book that has ever been written. And it's probably the less read of books that has ever been written. And even if you read it, you ain't trying to follow it. You ain't trying to understand it. You ain't asking God to help you with the discernment of it. So it's useless. You use it in a time that it benefits you. Nah, use it all the time. Because you're going to find some of them same characters in there that you got living out here on the street today. History repeats itself. It's the same Jezebels. It's the same Davids. It's the same Hezekiahs. All them people back then, they living still today in a different body with a different name. Jersey Girl said, "You speaking good, 100. Thank you. It helped in the short term. However, we Americans now are in debt to other countries up to our necks. And who was the last one to balance the budget out here? Was it Clinton? Huh? Was that Clinton in the 80s? Because I don't think the budget has been balanced since he was in there. Correct me if I'm wrong. How do you pay back other countries and gain profit? You raise the prices to where everything is unaffordable, but you raise them more on the middle class. We're paying more taxes than we should be paying. Why is it that the rich is getting richer and paying less taxes? Because the middle class can't pull up because of that. That's the problem. Well, my God. Yes, Jersey girl. Homelessness is more than a physical problem, it's a psychological, and there's a strong man. Exactly, Crystal. Prisoners of death row and other inmates receive stimulus check. What? I didn't know that now. That they receive, what they gonna do with a stimulus check in prison? Now taxpayers are already paying. Well, if they receive it, they ought to pay taxes. Because I don't see the need. If we, the taxpayers, are already paying for the prison that they live in that was built for them. They got air conditioning. They got running water. They got commodes to flush. They got 3 squares a day. Whatever they choose to give them. In prison, you don't make out your own menu. That's why I don't like being trapped. Okay, and behind nobody's bars where I don't have no freedom. So I try to stay on the outside. But I don't like confined spaces. And I don't want to be eating what I don't want to eat. I don't want nobody to turn no lights off telling me when to sleep and when to wake up and all of that. And bored all day long. And up in there nervous because it's gangs up in there too. Oh no. Inmates have free schooling meals, health care, you name it. They have just about everything. And if you go in there and you come out without a trade skill, that's on you, buddy. You wasted your time up in there. You sure did. You should have come out to drive trucks or do some kind of craft, something that's going to make you a livelihood where you don't have to go back up in there. But that's a dumb criminal that will get out and not have nothing he can fall back on. You tell me you didn't learn nothing up in there? You didn't go to no kind of school? You ought to be made to. It's a daily walk. We are forever learning. Exactly. For the rest of your life till you leave up out of here. Sting is saying, order all that on our dime. Every dime of it. And I've been paying taxes a long time. And I will be paying them until I'm out of here. And sometimes I just wonder why. I mean, people who are benefiting from it, who should not be benefiting from it, people who need it, that don't have what it takes to go out and learn how to get it. There's nobody to help them. They don't understand how to operate a computer these days, or they don't know who to go to, what services out there for them to go to. It's just a messed up place right about now. No instructions. Audrey, but we can't get it out here, says Thing. Yes, Thing on our dime. And then she's saying that we can't get it out here in the free world, in the real world. It wasn't all at all fun. I didn't get a check staying in jail. I didn't get free education. I went to jail, not prison. It's different, Crystal. Prison, in a sense, is better because you can educate yourself and you do have more that is given to you in prison. In jail, it's day for day, is my understanding. In prison, it could be 3 for 1. For every day you served, it's like 3 days. I don't want to go to neither one because I don't want nobody handicapping me, telling me what I can and cannot do. Never in my life have I wanted somebody to control me like that. And I don't get it because you know if you're doing wrong, that's where you going to land unless you just happen to get caught up into something just by chance. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people and you become an accessory. That's different. But I mean, you can make the best of even that situation by educating yourself. Even if you just got to look at books and read books, you can do that in jail. Crystal, you have to be in prison, my jail. Not jail. I think you mean this thing. Yeah, that's it. Hey, Charlotte, how you doing, Charlotte? I didn't know. I learned my lesson through. I never want to go back. Awesome. You paid the time. You served the time for the crime. And anybody can be forgiven for whatever it is. But don't denounce it like, I love the way you came in and you just upfront and said it. And it's behind you now because it doesn't bother you to talk about it. But what gets me is people who do wrong and act like what they've done is not wrong and can convince people to go along with them when you know you have misled people because of what you've done. Now that's the ones I can't take them. Mm-mm. I don't care who it is. Admit it, serve the time for the crime, and get out and do better. Prison receive those checks and get all the other free things. Some prisons have that your lover can come to have sex. That's true. I know about that. Um, I saw it actually on TV. Didn't know that, and then I found it to be true. You can do that, but I just I just couldn't see myself with going into prison having sex. I don't care if you waiting on him or not, but I don't see that. Mm-mm. Prison has become a luxury place of all the things they receive. Pretty much so, they got a lot more than the homeless. That's a fact. It's not where you were, it's where you're going. Thank you, Keisha. You're absolutely correct. Crystal, congratulations. You are on the right path. God will guide you daily, says Miss Audrey. Audrey, I think that's why they don't mind going back. I guess, they don't have no worries in there. You ain't got to worry about paying no bills. You ain't got to worry about a whole lot of things in there. Establishing yourself and getting with the right folks that's going to help protect you. But I don't know what all these people are in there for. And a criminal mind thinks different from an average, everyday, ordinary person walking the street. That's just my opinion. And that's what I see. So you got to make that change, like Crystal said. She don't want to go back. She ain't going back. She didn't like it there. It wasn't what she wanted. It was what she had to face and she had to deal with. But I congratulate you, Crystal, and just stay on the beaten path. It's easy to get off these days. People want you to get off. People don't mind seeing you getting hurt. They want you to go down. Nobody's happy for anybody anymore. It's a sad world we live in. Very sad. The show that comes on TV for men and women, Love After Lockup, is a popular show. I've never watched it, Miss Audrey. Mm-mm. I might now. My projector's running really good, y'all. I really, really like it. The picture quality is great, and I have watched a couple of movies on it. Uh, I know when I really decided to stop using and doing crimes, I started going to church. Wait a minute, it jumped, Crystal, and found people who believe in me. Thank you, everyone. Exactly. Who am I to judge you for something you've done just because you got caught? But yet I might have done something wrong and didn't get caught. Sin is sin. Crime is crime. Some people get caught, some people don't. But just because you did it and did get caught, or I put myself in the other shoe, I did it and didn't get, don't make me no better than you. We both did the same thing. The difference is you got caught, I didn't. You see the example I'm trying to set? So how can I judge you for something when maybe even if I didn't do that, I did something else? I People are too judgmental, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's easier to get in trouble than to get out. Yep. Same thing with a marriage. Easy to get in, hard to get out. Some things in life are just like that. Okay, y'all. I've been on here an hour and 27 minutes. I'm going to church in the morning. So I guess I better get off of here and try to get me a few hours of sleep before I wake back up. I don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning, but I do have to be up at least by 8 in the morning. So I'm gonna say good night to all. Let me read Miss Audrey's here, and then I'm gonna say good night to all. Please hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. And I appreciate the cash out. I think that was Crystal, wasn't it? There's lots of men and women that fall in love with the inmates and get with after they get out. Not my style. He don't need to be in prison. He need to be at home every night so he can get up when that alarm clock goes off and go to work. Come home and be with your family at night. Let's have dinner together. Let's do things together. I couldn't handle that. That lock up affair stuff. That's just not my personality. I'd rather be by myself than to be sitting up here waiting on somebody. That's my life. I'm waiting. But to each his own. Have a wonderful night, Keisha. Miss Audrey. Thank you, Yo-Yo, for coming in. Crystal, take care. Love you much. Khadijah, come see me a little bit more often, sugar. And Sting. And everybody else who came into the chat. Love you much. Hit the like button on the way out for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Good night, and I'll talk to y'all next time.